Hi, everyone. This is Scott, and I wanted to pass along some quick tips about people I know are in some situations where they can't pay their mortgage because of COVID, and they're losing their jobs. And I just wanted to make sure everybody understood what's going on out there so they don't get in some bad situations. The first one you're hearing a lot about, I want to touch base on, is forbearance. What forbearance is, this is not a forgiveness of your loan payment. It allows you to reduce or suspend your payment for a few months, anywhere from 3 to 12 months potentially. The problem is that all that accumulates, and then that lump sum is due at the end of that term. So, not the ideal situation. You wouldn't want to use something like forbearance if you don't have to. Um, and that is different than deferment. Now, deferment allows you to also miss those payments, but they're tacked on the back end of your loan, and there's usually a charge to do that, and it could change the terms or the length of your loan. Loan modifications can change. They would change your existing rate and term, but would typically require a new a fee, and then also there would be a new agreement on that loan. You could also re-amortize your loan, where you could split up the amounts that you owe and spread that out over payments over a period of time. All these options may have, or most likely will have, a negative impact to your credit for even in the best case scenario, up to a year. So bottom line is, if you're in a bad situation, you want to check with your loan service provider. And if you are just in a bad situation for a month or two that you can recover from and you have the money, don't stop making your payments. And once again, reach out to your loan servicer or your bank to find the right option that works for you, because we all have different kinds of loans. Either it could be on a Freddie or Fannie Mae loan, or it could be with a local bank that's in-house, and everybody handles this differently. I also wanted to touch quickly on HELOCs, especially for people that have existing HELOCs, but I wanted to touch first on the basics. So a HELOC is a home equity line of credit. It's a second loan on your house, in addition to your primary loan. These are good for emergency savings. These are good for opportunities that may come up, and it's calculated on loan to value, or LTV. So they take all of your total of all of your loans and the value of your property and divide them, and it comes up with a ratio that gives you your loan to value. Most banks are loaning at a 80% loan to value. Now that things have tightened up, some of them are being more risk averse, and they're lowering that to 75 or 70% loan to value. So if you don't have a HELOC, it's not a bad idea to look at options of getting one. There are still banks processing HELOC applications, but last week Wells Fargo and Chase stopped accepting new HELOC applications. So that was fairly big news. And also, for those of you that have HELOCs, um, uh, if you have a HELOC balance, depending on your terms, but typically the bank would not call that loan due. But if you have a zero balance on your HELOC, they could close your HELOC. And also, they do have the ability to reduce or freeze the existing lines of credit. So, my recommendation, what I've done is, and it's not a given, but at least having some kind of a balance on your HELOC um, shows that you're using your HELOC. So if you've got a $30,000 HELOC line of credit and you have a zero balance, I suggest go out, take out a few $100s. At least it looks like you're using your HELOC. Could they still close it? Yes. Could they still reduce your credit? Yes. But I think you'd be a little less likely than those that have a zero balance. So little trick that I want to pass on. Once again, definitely contact your bank if you have any questions on your HELOCs. And if you have any questions for me, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you. And yeah, I hope everybody's staying safe and healthy, and hope you have a great Mother's Day weekend. And catch up soon. Take care. Thanks.